Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where we are currently working on regenerating manpower. We need a lot of that, and that's going to be very painful, of course. We need a rival, and I don't think that there's... I suppose we could rival Portugal. That's spooky. That's very spooky, but we could do that. I suppose that's fine. We don't really want to fight Portugal, of course. We can turn this territory into a state, and I think that's a good idea at this point. And we can make all of these into full cores. We're going to have our overextension done very, very soon. So that is phenomenal. And we do need to continue to work on our investments. So let's check our workshops. Nothing there, and taxation, nothing there either. Okay, that is absolutely fine for right now. We do need to give another location a seat in the Senate. So let's hop over here. There we go. So now they have a seat in the Senate. That is perfect. We aren't going to be able to do anything with this for a while, but that's okay. We can make another state down over here, which we should do. There we go. How many more states can we make? We can make a number of these, and ultimately this is worthwhile. Not necessarily right now, because we can't make them into full cores, but we'll get there. Okay. So that looks fine for the moment, and we're about to finish up some colonies. Okay, these guys are finally Romaic. That's perfect. And we just finished up a colony down here. Do we have a colonist back? I see a colonist here. He just started this. Where are our other colonists at? Okay, so we just need a ticket, I think. No, maybe I looked at that wrong. We have a colonist here. That's expected. No colonist here. No colonist here. Are we traveling here? Oh, we're traveling already. Okay, sure. That seems fine. I forgot about that. So that is absolutely okay, and we're going to make this into a full core. Perfect. So that's absolutely wonderful. We've got another colony going here, and we just want to head all the way over this way. So we'll get there soon enough. Terra Incognita is definitely going to be a little bit of a problem for us. But with Spartania under our control, things are definitely looking up for us. We just need to do a lot of colonization, and we need to get our armies up to scratch. This is very, very, very necessary. So we need to have our manpower regenerate quite a lot, and that's painful. One thing we could think about doing is going for barracks. So my usual threshold for these is about 250. Anything below that, and I'm like, I don't usually build these to begin with. But there are a few of these that are okay. I'm going to build one in Oinos for right now. And that's all we're going to do for the moment. That will boost up our manpower gain. And we just got another colony down here self-sustaining. So that means that we should recall this colonist. And we should head over to here. Oh, I forgot to mention, at the very end of last episode, actually after I had turned off the recording, I found in the diplomacy of Spartania over here, there was an option here, colonization subsidies. So we're currently sending 2 monthly gold to Spartania, and this is going to guarantee that they always have at least 1 active colony if they can, apparently. So that's great. We are very happy about that. We do need another seat in our Senate, so I don't know, maybe something like this? They already have a seat. This. Cool. So that'll work for now. And we could get additional manpower production online by having another barracks built. I'm going to do it for now, and we can get 2 additional going. That'll be fine for the moment. We do want more coring done here. Eventually, we'll get to that point. Okay, so there's some assimilation. That's good. And we're basically done at this point with our overextension. So you can see that our corruption is naturally dropping. It's not naturally dropping by a lot, but it is naturally dropping. And Vinland is offering us knowledge sharing. We're going to decline that, and I declined it last episode as well. This is because we just about have printing press. We are really, really close to this. It's spreading up over this direction. It is now in Elysia, and so that means it's spreading in all of these areas too. I don't want to give up 10% of our income to Vinland for that. So it's fine. We'll wait. We can make another state down over here, and that means that we need more cores over here and also another seat in the Senate. So let's see what we've got up over this direction, potentially. Here. This is a good option to make into a Senate seat. Okay, so that'll do for now. We can build another barracks, which I think we should still continue to do. So this will be fine for now. And we're making very, very good progress on our colonization. But we need more. So we're going to be done in Pocus very shortly. That is this colony right here. So that means that we're going to recall from here and go, like, to one of these areas, right? That's going to be the... So for now, that's fine. And I do want to get another barracks going up here in Dedis. Ah, okay. Immigration there and a base tax. That's great. So we're going to build in Dedis, and that'll be fine. And we can start to make some of these into cores. I'm going to sort by cost here, and we'll do it like that. So these are going to be made into full cores. Petition for redress. 6 peasant regiments. How long until we can claim more Crownland? 3 years? Okay. I'm going to accept this petition. And I had forgotten that we want to be spending admin power here too. So admin power is at a significant premium right now. I think we should do this first. Yeah, I think we should do that first. We could potentially go for an admin advisor here, and I think that's not a terrible idea. Missionary strength for this guy, we're making 18.97, so this is a viable option for +3 monthly admin power. I think that would be a good thing to do. We'll need to make some gold for it. That's understood. So we have a colony self-sustaining right now, and that is all absolutely fine. We're going to withdraw from this colony for the moment, and we're going to go to this colony. We're going to have a couple of month ticks where we're making a lot more money, and that is absolutely a good thing. So I want to head into here because we need a little bit more money in order to get Constus Batazis here going. So that'll be fine. Batazis? Something like that. Okay, so Totemis Zealots up over here. That's fine. They're dealt with. Okay, so things are looking good on this front. Now, I do want to be improving relations with these guys. We're going to want to diplomatically annex them eventually, so let's get that. Beautiful. And now we're going to be able to take this up to 8 on the next month tick. Perfect. So that's now done. And we can get another conversion going. Our conversions are going to be much faster now that we have that +2% from... It was 2%, right? Yeah, 2% from this guy. So that seems good. We do have a rebel uprising brewing up in Spartania. I don't care about that. Spartania can handle it. So let's get some of these cores going. That'll be wonderful. And they'll be relatively cheap, but we have a lot of admin power that we need to put into this still. So that's understood. We're still working on building up our manpower. As you can see here, we're gaining about an extra 30 per month at this moment, and that is absolutely fine for right now. Here's a couple of decent workshops to make, so we can queue up one of those. Perfect. And we'll just continue to work on our economy for the moment while we wait for our manpower to replenish. Being on 3 stability is really good for us right now, too, so that seems great. We'll get a couple more of these full cores done so that we can start having that autonomy drop behind the scenes, and that will be fantastic. We need to keep on top of getting these dealt with, and we will get there. Okay, these guys are protecting trade, correct? Yes. Are they in the best location to protect trade right now? That's an interesting question. So let's see what we've got here. 0.45 around Laconia, 1.51 around the Ericsson Gulf. So this is where they should be, and I think this is where they are. So yeah, that's absolutely okay. The House of Mistress, yes, and we now have a new heir. She shall be called Zoe. The succession is safe. Decent stats, too. 324, that's not too bad. I mean, it's, you know, the definition of mediocre. It's 9 total stats. That's right down the middle of what we could get, but sure. Okay, so that seems relatively fine for now. We can make another core here, which we definitely want to do as soon as possible. And how's that Spartanian rebel uprising going? Yeah, it's fine. So that's all understood. And this out over here, we definitely want to get all of this coastline done. We are going to attack these guys out over here eventually, but right now is not the time for that. Definitely not. We want to let our manpower replenish, and there's those Spartan particularists. They're already dealt with. Good job, Spartania. So we are interested in building that other decent workshop here. Let's get that going. And there's no debate in Senate right now. So what do we want? Admin power would be nice. We could investigate corruption. This is going to drop... Actually, this is not dropping naturally, but that's because of the no debate in Parliament. So no big deal there. We could go for a global settler increase and reduced colony cost modifier. I think that's what we go for here. So 0.04 corruption, I don't care about that. Let's do it. That's a tiny amount of corruption. Lose 2 support for printing press in Aros. I don't think we should do that one. So this is 4 diplomatic power. I don't really care about that. 1 legitimacy. I don't care about that. Navy tradition. That seems fine. Kalirikoi gaining 2 influence. I'm okay with that. Lose 1 prestige. Sure. 2 mercantilism. Maybe not. And a little bit of army professionalism. Sure. And then 1 prestige. Done. Okay, so that is now passed. That's giving us a 25 global settler increase, as well as some colonial range and 9.6 colony cost modifier reduction. That's going to be pretty significant for us, actually. So we lost the trade protection CB against Great Britain. That's okay. We can set an agenda here, and what do we want? Base tax of at least 7. That's going to cost admin power. Would prefer not to do that. Romania has 40% or more trade power in the Ericsson Gulf. That'll be kind of complicated to do. We would basically have to attack Finland, I think. Or massively increase our trade fleet. To be honest, the easiest thing here is the proposal of the Kalirikoi. I don't love it. I don't love it at all. So we can't raise this right now because we're going to need certainly a base production here. So we'll need base production up to 6, and then we will get the admin power to bring that up. But the higher priority right now is on coring these, I think. So that'll be fine for now. We'll get that done. We converted heretics. That is good. We're going to continue to work on that. Our religious unity is not tremendously great. So we're definitely going to work on bringing that up. In the meantime, of course, we're still working on recruiting our manpower, but that's fine for the moment. So we're going to be able to get these last couple of cores fairly soon. And we're definitely seeing our income coming up. Now, I want to check in some of these areas. Yes, so you can see our autonomy here is currently at a floor of 10. And that is because of the local councils recognized. So, do we want to change that? The answer is eventually. So, I believe that's this. Hang on, let's check here. Protectionism, Vinland trade deal, organized expansion. Okay. No, I'm not actually seeing it in there. So it must be in the Barbaroi councils here. So this is the foreign overlords, empowered local councils. This is it right here. I think. No, that's the absolutism. Open offices. Loyalty equilibrium. I don't know where that is, actually. I think it's this decision, though. Saxony depleted the European beaver. Good job, Saxony. Okay, so we're going to be able to get another core going here soon. But we're not quite there yet. On the next month tick, we can get this one done. Perfect. So that's allowing us to bring the autonomy down from, I believe, 90 down to 10. So that's a drastic change in autonomy. So Spartan Noble Rebels, I don't care about any of that. Spartania's got that under control. Those are all 1 stacks anyway. Finland is offering us knowledge sharing again, and we declined that. I do want to get this going, but first, let's see about building some province improvements. Okay, so there's a workshop that's .1, and there's actually better churches. So we'll get a church going here. We need more income. No doubt about that. 10 prestige or foreign spy detection. I'm going to remove the foreign spy detection, although that's potentially not great. It's fine for now. Okay. That's a lot of ducats. They knew what they were getting into. Okay. So that's not great for them, I'm sure. But we do want to get another one of these churches going. So let's do that right away. We want to be increasing our income all the time. That's absolutely vital. Although we really want to get our manpower dealt with. No doubt about that. We can seize land, and this is probably a terrible time to do that. Yeah, this is definitely a terrible time to do that. The Emperor, they're very sad right now. So we can't really do this at this moment. We'll get there. We can get this core completed, so that's good. And that means that we can then head up over here and start putting our admin power here, which is the next location where that's required. So that is absolutely fine. We are delighted to do so, of course. And circulation of hostile publications, huh? Is it Nea Theodosia? So Nea Theodosia is... This is Nea Alexandria. I think Nea Theodosia is up over here, right? Hang on. It's right over here. Okay. So with that in mind, this is already the correct religion. And this would be in the whole area. We're building a church here right now. I'm just wondering, is this all converted up here? Yeah, this is all converted. So I don't think we actually care about the local missionary strength. The local unrest might be a little bit painful. We can see what that's like up over here. I don't really see any unrest issues. So for right now, that seems reasonably fine. We can get another construction going, and we definitely should. So no good church there to build, and actually no good workshop either. So for right now, that's all we can do there. Now, there are potentially some barracks that we could build. Indeed. But what we really need at this point is manufactories. We need to start being able to make these. We're a ways away from that yet. The printing press is going to cost 1,300 gold to get at this point. So that's noted. Our corruption is naturally dropping, but it's low. And we do have access to a new idea at this point. So this is a quantity idea. The question is, do we want to get it? And the answer is no. We don't. We want to get Miltech. So we're going to have to stay where we are right now. And we can see we're only getting 2 Miltech per month. We might want to consider hiring a military advisor. National manpower modifier, and he's pretty cheap. He's going to only generate us 1 more per month, but that's still going to be a significant amount of additional manpower, so that's good. We can use all the manpower we can get our hands on right now. We need another 4,200 before this even starts going up, right? So that is definitely painful. Let's sort by speed here. There we go. Yeah, this'll do. Okay, so we're about to finish up a colony here in Oros, and we have a colonist here right now. He's only at 17.2% at this point, so odds of bringing that in is low. Gold will be produced in Danos. And 2 base production. Done. Long term, that's probably going to be much better for us. So 2.34? I'm not sure if that updated yet. Let's see. Oh yeah, 5.62. That's what I like to see. Okay. Land is where it's at. Yes. I always ignore my navies for some reason. Perfect. So we're going to want to withdraw from here fairly soon. We're at 50 settlers right now. Okay. We're going to withdraw right now. And we're going to send our colonist on over to here. So he'll arrive over there pretty soon, and Oros will finish on its own next month tick. Spartania wants us to give them money in exchange for favors. We will decline that. How's their opinion of us anyway? 200? Okay, what's their liberty desire feeling like? Oh, that's nice. Okay. I don't know why that dropped so much. I think it's the relative economic power. We have bolstered our economy significantly, so I think that's good. We're in a much better space economically. Speaking of which, we can get ourselves at least a level 1 advisor in the diplomatic, and we should, obviously. I'm just looking at which one we want here. To be honest, none of them are all that useful. We'll take the diplomatic reputation. And there's Oros being self-sustaining. Perfect. And now we have all of Florida under our control. Welcome to the faith. Idea cost minus 5%. That's neat. And we, of course, need to core Oros, which we're very interested in doing. The Emperoi are still drifting upwards at this point. We need their loyalty to get to 50 before we can seize Council Land. But we can come up over here and we can do this. Perfect. So that'll be fine. That is now completed. A royal marriage offer from these guys. I accept that. Okay, so they're both pretty happy right now. I'm wondering at this moment, can we start annexing these? Actually, yes. We would need to, like, either Great Power influence them, which would cost us 60 gold, or send them a gift, which would cost us 25 gold. That's the better way to go. We do that, and then we can start annexing them. Okay, our colony here just became self-sustaining. So that means that we should pull out of one of these. That was actually where our colonist already was. So that means that we should come up over this direction. Perfect. We need to core that. Let's get that done. And what were we working on? I was working on something. Oh, right. Annexing these guys. Perfect. So we'll get that going. And here we're at 183. So we're going to be able to get them up as well pretty soon. We have no diplomats to send right now, so we're going to need to pull back from one of these, and that's going to be this one. And that's 313 ducats. Oof. That's painful. Okay, so we cannot actually royal marry them, but we can send some missionaries over and see if we can get them converted. We'll see what happens with that. They converted. Beautiful. And they offered us a royal marriage. That's ideal. Excellent. So now we're going to annex them as well. So we should be net negative in our diplomatic power, and that's understood. We're going to get both of those annexed fairly quickly. So as we can see here, yeah, this is not going to take very long at all. So that looks ideal. Only reason we did it this way was because we couldn't conquer them outright. So that is fine. That was just a matter of positioning out over here. So we're definitely interested in doing more combat out over this direction, but this colony just became self-sustaining. So that is perfect. That means we need to pull out of this one with our colonist and come over to Pensacola here. Wonderful. So that'll be fine. We are colonizing so fast right now. I love it. Okay, so the Creek people are requesting conversion. Welcome to the faith. How are we doing on the Emperoi opinion? Well, they're working on it. We've gained our place in the Sun CB against Spain. Why? What changed? Is it this down over here? I don't see any Spanish colonies up over here. Maybe they're going to start coming from this side, but I don't know. We'll see. So we can recall this diplomat. We're annexing both of these subjects. This doesn't matter. So that looks good. We now have manpower that we're gaining. That is excellent. We want to be stocking up on manpower, but we are also very interested in expanding our military, right? Our current force limit is 52, and our current combat width is 25. So what we really want here is additional culverins. The real problem, though, is that naphtha shortage malice that we've got, right? And that is here. So that's a little bit problematic, right? I was under the impression that there was some naphtha on Cuba. Maybe I was wrong about that. We know for a fact that there was some naphtha here. So I would like to attack these guys. we're still truced with them for another 6 years at this moment. So we need to build that up. That does mean that building these cannon, it's going to be kind of useless at this moment. So right now, I think we should just stockpile our manpower. Ah, we integrated these guys, and that gave us a lot of information about what's going on over here. That's good. So they have 2 units of infantry. I'm not going to delete these unless we get the manpower. Will we? No. That's the next rank of army professionalism. Okay, so we're just going to move these up over here. A native metropolis, huh? Ah, that's Cahokia. So that's this up over here. As we explore the continent, we've made marvelous discoveries, from new fauna and flora to great and intricate rivers and several other surprises. But we certainly can't say that we ever expected to find something like what the natives call Cahokia. A grand city built on top of giant earth mounds and standing between the intersection of 3 great rivers, Cahokia stands as both an oddity and as a shining example of the potential of this new land and its people. Truly a sight to behold. Okay, so we're about to finish up in Oikos, and that, of course, means that we should pull back from one of these, and it should be this one. Okay, so we're going to do that, and we're going to send our colonist out over here. Beautiful. So that all looks good. Our colony in Oikos is now self-sustaining, and we'll need to make that into our core. We need to grant another seat in Parliament, which we are, of course, delighted to do. There we go. That'll do. And now it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to continue our feverish expansion. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGard, Dark Horse Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.